Oh man, how y'all doing? How y'all doing, man? Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is a very serious live stream. Um, but I just came across something that is just absolutely hilarious. If I'm being quite honest, I never expected. I never expected to come across this because now what it has done, it has put me in a space where I am literally dying laughing. But this is not supposed to be one of those, you know what I mean? Oh man, I'm gonna share it with y'all, man. Shout out to Perry in Christ, man. Shout out to Partner Jaw TV. Oh man, this is hilarious. You understand what I'm saying? This is hilarious. Yo, Christopher Tufton, let me tell you something. Hey, Andrew, what's up? Good night, good night. Christopher Tufton, let me tell you something, man. You gonna get this work. Joanne Dawkins, good night. Joy Smith. Look at my ladies pulling up, man. Hey, salute to my ladies, man. How y'all doing this Friday? It's a Friday night. Hope you're in your bed and safe and doing well. Telling y'all, these streets ain't loyal. Better to be in bed with your mate, you heard? Or be in bed by yourself if you ain't got no mate. It's better to be safe is what I'm saying. Because what these police going on with in Jamaica, it is ridiculous. But I'm not going to talk about that right now. I might talk about that after I talk about what I really want to talk about, which is Christopher Tufton. Sir, oh man, you are getting roasted in these streets. In these social media streets, man, you are getting roasted. DJ Jimmy in the building. What's up, DJ Jimmy? Oh no. Oh no. Hey, hold up. Let me find this real quick.
To all the green people dumb.
RPG Tom Pantry number. Andrew never expect that. Racist Andrew never expect that. No. God Almighty. Andrew, you want to see a declaration now? we are. God. See my RPG bringing birth certificate.
Hey, Toronto in the building. Salute.
Declaration come. Make we sure you get your welcome. Lion and thief work together. When those badness and lock down the country for the PNP them.
Oh my God, talk about
now work this time. What you gonna do? Who know how to be you right now? Oh God. Jaja. Oh God. Buffing her back. And Darrell Val, me see, I throw a rump and bus. How we them a go do? When you throw a rump on the bus, you not go break down again. God Almighty. I'm going to tell chumps that if you throw a rump on the bus, then we have a rump and down and then not go break down. Yo, you buffing her back, then dead again.
To all the green people dumb.
RPG thump and drain her back.
Yo, that brother I laugh contagious. Yo, but hold on there. Oh my God, wait a minute. Wait a minute, y'all. I gotta gather myself. Raymond, how you doing, Raymond? Oh, Jesus. Oh man, this is too funny, man. I'm sorry, y'all. I am a mess. I am an absolute mess. Let me get myself together. Hold up. Yo, Queen of the South video got 100,000 views? No. Hey, yo. No, wait a minute. Let me look at all my videos. Because I don't want to tell no lies on TikTok. Yo, Queen of the South. Okay. Damian Crawford got 174,000. All right. But still, Queen of the South video was less than a day ago. You telling me that got 100K? Man, if only I got paid on TikTok, bruh. Damn. TikTok ain't paying me shit. Anyway, Sassy81 in the building. What's going on? Salute to you, baby. Hope you're doing well. You know, you and your family. As per usual. Yes, yes. How was your trip? How was your trip? Hey, you need to do like a vlog or YouTube, Sassy81, on them travels, you know, when you're done, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You could do them edits and then clips, you know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, you should do that. You should do that. You should definitely do that. Anyway, all right, let me play this video real quick. I'm a mess right now. Lord have mercy.
Or a PNP to tell me now I want a labor right, or a PNP to tell me one of the things that Andrew Warren said to Parliament, legislate, and it benefiting people yesterday, today, and further on.
Embarrassing. We need some milk.
Come up with one. I promised them that I would climb the transport, the roof of the transport center in Aquati and Drum. If you can tell me one of the things that Andrew Wallace legislated.
You're challenging Marshy. Go ahead.
Yes. Marshy, Andrew Wallace government is the only government that one woman get $85 million fee.
Them dead.
Oh my God.
I challenge you upon that, Marshy. Marshy,
Man, I hate y'all, bruh. Yo, this is not right, bruh. Oh my God, man. Damn. Hey, I'm about to go live, man. I'm about to go live right now. Yo,
now I want a labor right, or a PNP.
Yeah, I just posted that because, yeah, I'm about to go live right now. I'm live right now. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, man, TikTok, man, make that one go viral, man. Oh my God. So, ladies and gentlemen, recently, Christopher Tufton came in the news. Why did he come in the news? Well, there was an investigation into Market Me. And Market Me, the report on Market Me is as follows. His personal friend, Miss Lindsay McDonough, got almost $85 million or $80 million in contract over a 5-year period from the government into the company that she's a director of, Market Me. Right? Andrew Holness, the so-called Prime Minister of Jamaica, is going to court in 3 days. Oh, forget about that. 2 days. It's almost 12 o'clock. In 48 hours, or a little over 48 hours, maybe 54 hours, right? Because court starts, what, 10 a.m., 11 a.m.? All right, cool, 55 hours. In 55 hours, Andrew Holness will be in court because he has sued the Integrity Commission and he's in court with them. Craig Beresford, the affidavit that he did not want to come out, came out, and it amplified his situation. Now, it appears to me, ladies and gentlemen, that one Christopher Tufton is fearing what the media is going to do with his IC report. Now, granted, Christopher Tufton was not charged for anything, but the absolute optics of that IC report, the facts about the report, how people will judge, the public will judge Christopher Tufton and in essence, the Jamaica Labour Party, any well-thinking person, oh, it's not going to be pretty. And let me tell you something, the audio that I just played, if you ever see the visual, oh, you be cracking up even more. If you was laughing a while ago because you understood what was going on, then I'm telling y'all, when you see that video on my YouTube or my YouTube, like Bolo VNR Clips, I'm going to put it on Bolo VNR Clips and Bolo VNR 2.0. I already got it on Bolo VNR 2.0, but when you see it, trust me, you're going to get it, all right? It is hilarious, absolutely hilarious, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. It really is, we're here to talk about Christopher Tufton and the so-called Prime Minister of Jamaica, right? Our freedom, our constitution, and our democracy is under high-level attack. That's a fact. That is a fact. Christopher Tufton exposed the dark agenda. Be prepared for what's to come. Those are the two titles that I'm actually using for my live streams on Bolo VNR 2.0 and Bolo VNR Clips. And I'm going to tell you why I say that. I couldn't have done this video earlier because I was out. It's Friday, you know, it is what it is. But I got to do it. I got to do it, man. I got to talk about this is not right. I can't see this and not highlight this by itself. You feel what I'm saying? So I came across this video on ABR News TV. If y'all have not yet subbed up, what are you waiting on? Go ahead, sub up to ABR News TV, right? So let's get to this clip with Christopher Tufton.
90%.
Let's get to this clip with Christopher Tufton, all right? Let's go.
This is how men with...
Hey, stop, man. Every time I be starting the video, y'all be, man, hey, yo, you gotta chill, bro. Y'all gotta calm down, man. Anyway, let's hear what Mr. Tufton gotta say.
Hinting at creating some restriction as it relates to social
Hey,
media.
Delila, how
I
are
don't
you?
think that at this point I could, you know, certainly not on my own, advocate for a ban on social media. What I think...
So he just said he doesn't think that he could advocate for a ban on social media on his own. Let's listen to that again.
So basically, he Charlotte.
You know, certainly not on my own. I could...
Charlotte media.
I don't think that at this point I could, you know, certainly not on my own, advocate for a ban on social media.
So, ladies and gentlemen, what I get from that, he said he couldn't advocate for a ban on social media on his own. What I get from that is that he has a problem with social media. Christopher Tufton has a problem with social media. So all of the content creators out there, all of the people that want to become content creators out there, let me tell you something. When it comes on to speaking the truth about what is actually happening in your country regarding politics, it's not a job or something that is for the faint of heart. You understand? Because this argument that he's making, he cannot do it on his own. So what if he got a group of them to advocate for it in a real way in legislation? What if the opposition agreed? Oh, you know, we feel like there should be some sanctions on social media. That's how they get the conversation started, and then, you know, you see them come up with a bill and an act, and the next thing you know, just like how young people will be locked up for having a toy gun, you're going to see social media content creators being locked up for nothing. I don't think y'all heard me though. That's what you're going to see now. Because if it's one thing that we have learned from the Jamaica Labour Party is that they are impulsive, they are draconian. And let me give you another example. The child car seat. Remember the child car seat? That law is not repealed, you know. That law is suspended. They have, when they put that law out, the people protested against it. The taximen stopped carrying children. They stopped carrying mothers with their children, obviously, or fathers with their children. If you had a child, you would have to own a car, and you would have to, all you're doing, Pamela, you would have to own a car, and you would have to own a child car seat to put them in, because you yourself would be given a fat ticket to take money out of your pocket. Yes, because they didn't have a child car seat. This is what Andrew Holness government did. It's well documented. So I'm showing you a pattern. The other pattern is they came up with the NITS. It was quite unconstitutional and draconian and dictatorship-like, and they pushed it anyway, even though they were warned by the People's National Party. Taken to court, had it removed, them fix it up and twist it up and turn it into something else, and now, in all intents and purposes, them a style the thing for put it in the schools. So for push it upon the youth them first, and you know, all the entities them all around Jamaica is setting their systems to go towards a only digital space. And I've been saying to you guys, we had a conversation about this on my live the other day. Surviving. What was that live? Yeah, the blueprint on how to survive fear of Jamaica. Join the conversation. I don't know if you guys watched that live stream, but you should, if you have not already. You understand? Because now we are going into the phase of them wanting to shut down the social media. Just like how they shut down the world with a pandemic, I'm telling you, the next attack is going to be shutting down the free media, freedom of speech. I have heard either Dana Morris Dixon or Marlon Malahou Fort. One of them had said something about social media in an interview. Listen to me. They are ready. They just cannot do it because the Constitution in their face. But if they get an opportunity to trick the opposition into some type of constitutional reform that is not viewed upon properly to protect the rights of the citizens of Jamaica, especially our constitutional rights, mark my words, this government is going to find a way to trample upon it. And even with without the constitutional reform, as you can see with the Water Gun Act, that is a mandatory 15 years in prison, I'm telling you, please pay attention, my people. Look at the warning signs. I'm telling you, this man, Christopher Tufton, and the Jamaica Labour Party would want nothing more than their faces not to be on a thumbnail and not to be the topic of discussion, right? Although they should be the topic of discussion because a lot is going on with them. Christopher Tufton, sir, I know you're probably listening because, or you probably get this video and listen. And you know, you don't deserve the respect of being called sir. You're an evil, wicked man. You understand? That has destroyed our healthcare system. Petty and Pete G, how you doing? They're giving free internet. When the internet is free, you have no privacy. Oh, I don't want their free internet. I'll pay for mine. I don't want their free internet. I'll pay for mine. Trust me, I don't want their free internet. Hell no to the no. And if I find out that internet that I have is they are using it in some capacity to compromise my platform, because I'm watching something from the other day, you know. You understand? With my numbers now, my numbers have gone all the way to hell. After my whole channel was on a rise, nothing really has happened to explain this sharp dip in numbers. Outside of the fact that the election is done, there's a lot more things that have happened in the news cycle that does not make sense, because when you look at other platforms, it just don't make sense. The numbers should not be where they are at. My channel right now is struggling to get 100 people in the chat after 20 minutes. That is ridiculous. I have 31,800 subscribers on Bolo VNR clips. Even Bolo VNR 2.0, even Bolo VNR clips was getting great numbers. I've had 200, 300 people in the chat. And if I get 100 plus people in the chat on Bolo VNR clips, that is a normal day. That's a normal day. You understand? So, but anyway, it is what it is. My point of the matter is, ladies and gentlemen, they are definitely, we are definitely coming under attack from the powers that be in regards to freedom of speech. Pay attention and listen more.
What I think is necessary, though, is for a recognition by the society that it can be addictive and that there are certain controls, particularly when it comes to young people, children in the homes, in terms of what they access. As you know, there are possibilities around restrictions based on the device that you use and the parameters that are adjusted, the settings. And there are many people who do that. Beyond that, it really is your own self-discipline and self-awareness.
So if it's their self-discipline and their self-awareness, why are you so concerned about social media all of a sudden? Could it be because your IC report is disgraceful and disastrous, although you were not charged? Could it be that it exposes a dark agenda of the Jamaica Labour Party where the procurement process is concerned? Could it be that it could enlighten people that is otherwise slow about the ins and outs and intricacies of how you guys actually manipulate the procurement process? Your administrations manipulate the procurement process, whatever the case might be. You directly or indirectly, the procurement process is being manipulated in some capacity, where your personal friend can get $80 million worth of contract without being contested by anybody else or any other company. $80 million over 5 years, your personal friend or somebody you're in a personal relationship with. This is the definition and the statement that was given in the IC report. I'm not saying anything different from what they said. Personal relationship or friendship. That is what is there in black and white. I can't pull it up right now, but you know, I can't be bothered. I've gone over this already. Let's continue.
From the government's perspective, I think we have to start with the awareness that it's not just about entertainment or even information. It can lead to influences and indeed can create challenges. I mean, I've seen
influences and challenges. You mean the same influences and challenges that Andrew Owen's government used to their advantage in the 2016 election? Andrew Owen used use social media to win the 2016 election with all the propaganda, all the nonsense that they spewed against the PMP. He used social media to win the 2016 general election to the point where, I mean, you guys, Heroy, is he Heroy Clark? Heroy Clark, the one in and that's Speaker of the House. He came out and big up Chopper John from the Chopping Block and other members of the Jamaica Labour Party. That is what they call their social media warriors. Right? So you guys have benefited significantly in winning general elections because of your social media operatives, National Nonsense Network, and all of them. But now it has turned around on you, and you guys are scrambling. So now it does not benefit you for you to have social media unchecked because you cannot control it, and your social media warriors are being exposed on a daily basis by one person alone. I mean, out of the person alone exposed most of them social media pundits. Them G2K get exposed, and that are the youth arm for the Jamaica Labour Party. You understand what I say, Pamela? G2K get exposed. I never really talked about them, but the other day they came out and was talking nonsense, and I'm like, I don't listen. This is why I don't even listen to these people. You understand? I don't subscribe to them. I don't watch them. You feel me? Because it's just one bag of rubbish them attack. Right? You see them try to compare Dr. Dayton Campbell talking about a report that is due every quarterly to suggest that he got leaked information from the IC. I mean, the Jamaica Labour Party tried to suggest that somehow the IC was the one that was leaking information. And Mr. Pantan said categorically he finds it very funny that the only time when the IC report is leaked to the one media house, the Jamaica Labour Party media house, is when the report is given to three persons in a parliament: Tom Tavares Finson, Juliet Olness, and the next person. You understand? I don't remember the next person's name, but they are the three people that every time when the IC is tabling a report or sending the report to Parliament, those three people are the ones that actually receive the report. So, why is it when those three people get the report, National Nonsense Network put out articles before it gets tabled to tell us exactly what is on the Integrity Commission report before it's actually tabled? I mean, using my deductive reasoning, ladies and gentlemen, and my common sense, all, and I do mean all arrows point to those three people. That is where the compromise appears to be. You understand? Andrew and his wife, Tom Tavares Finson, and the other individual. And I will argue that anywhere. That is just sound reasoning, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely sound reasoning. What do you think? It makes sense? Don't you find it mighty suspicious? That is when the report reach Parliament, right? Before it gets tabled, they reach Parliament, and then boop, when you look, it reach National Nonsense Network. Bloop. So hold on it. Here I Clark. Let me find this video. Here I Clark. Big up JLP bloggers in Parliament. Let me find it. See it, yeah?
To our social media warriors like Keisha Mack, Alex Hicks, Selena, Oral Campbell, Bridget Watson, Donovan De Paz, Black Italian, Jay Brown, Alex Jano, Mr. and Mrs. Dottyman, Chopper John West from the Chopping Block, who is our personal Ian Harding. I know that 85% or so of us sitting in Parliament.
You hear that? You hear that? I don't think that's the full video. I think this is the full video.
The journey. To my supporters who became rigging to sing the beginning, equip early childhood. I believe that the foundation of any 85% or so of us sitting in Parliament, Mac, Alex Hicks, Selena,
yes.
Oral Campbell, Bridget Watson, Donovan De Paz, Black Italian, Jay Brown, Alex Jano, Mr. and Mrs. Dottyman, Chopper John West from the Chopping Block, who is our personal Ian Harding. I know that 85% or so of us sitting in Parliament can attest to the measurable support of the Chopping Block, especially during the election season. Madam Speaker, on the eve of the nomination day in 2016, I pledged to the people of St. James Central that I would build out our constituency on fire.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is 2 minutes in his speech. His MP constituency debate November 9, 2021. Big up this person, Peter Jones, for titling the video so perfectly. It's sad to say I don't really have no subscriber. I don't really look on the content, but this is good work. And I'm glad I found this video. Now I can put it into evidence. You understand? You can put it into evidence now, and then I can clip up the part that I actually need. So, ladies and gentlemen, literally 2 minutes in his speech, he bigged up the social media. Karen Wagwan, Nadine, big up yourself. I soon tell you Wagwan, Nadine. Literally 15 minutes in his speech, he was bigging up the social media warriors, them, the JLP blogger, them. Don't you hear much name him call? I think him call at least maybe 8 names. Let's play it back. Let me count them.
Without mentioning them, I know somewhere in heaven, the accused, managers, supervisors, and every single one of the 930 workers, respect to you all. Thanks for the victory in 2016 and 2020. Thank you all for your support. To my mother, my grandmother, my father, who kept a promise he made to me in 2015. I could not complete my thank yous without mentioning them. I know somewhere in heaven they are watching over me. To the residents of St. James Central, with little but to Talawa, Jamaica would not be complete without you. You are the oasis of St. James. My love you not bad. To our social media warriors, like Keisha Mack, Alex Hicks, Selena, Oral Campbell, Bridget Watson, Donovan De Paz, Black Italian, Jay Brown, Alex Jano, Mr. and Mrs. Dottyman, Chopper John West from the Chopping Block, who is our personal Ian Harding.
Hey, 11 people that the man just mentioned a while ago, you know. 11 people, you know. Somebody just try to show you that the JLP has used their social media vloggers to spread propaganda, lies, tell lie on Marty G, tell lie on the PMP, and now the truths that are being exposed on them from what they call the People's National Party vloggers. Now we have Christopher Tufton saying this, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I played it, you know.
Seen on social media where people trying just to make a post popular harm themselves in significant ways, even dying. People jumping out of planes and all sorts of things.
So now he's gonna blame that on social media. Like people were not jumping out of planes before they had a camera to video them jumping out of planes. You have people that are called daredevils. All that is happening now, Rose McIntosh, how are you doing? Good morning. All that is happening now is that people are videoing the crazy stuff that they do. Right? That's all. But that's not the real issue, you know. That is not the real issue, ladies and gentlemen. This is what you call setting the stage for what they want to actually bring forth. Mark my words, you know. I could be wrong, but I don't believe I am wrong. We are going to see the manifestation of the Jamaica Labour Party try and use draconian methods to shut down the social media spaces and the social media platforms. There will be direct attack on the churches and direct attack on the people that actually align themselves with the churches. Anybody that speaks against the government, I am telling you, you are going to see this government attack them directly and indirectly. They will use laws and create laws and these things to try and have that agenda actually fulfilled. Believe me when I tell you. When you say they are hour behind, that means you're early for your man at 11 o'clock.
So there is no doubt, I don't think it's debatable, that social media is a double-edged sword. And what we have to do is to get the society to recognize its potential ills, even while accepting the positives on it.
So hold on there. Now you have to concentrate on demonizing social media. When your government use the same social media to win the election, now no depend on the losing end, can lose 14 seats. And realize how the power diminish. And realize more and more people actually come and fly down for vote on the out because of social media. So now you have to cripple social media. Oh, let's demonize social media. This is the reason why. This is how it starts, you know, ladies and gentlemen. This is how it starts, you know. This is how it starts. Mark my word. I could be wrong, but I don't believe I am wrong. And it's unfortunate that these videos are not going out. I would love for you guys to share with at least 10 people. Share this video with at least 10 people, ladies and gentlemen, right now. Because this conversation is very, very serious. You understand? I want to big up ABR News TV to put this out.
I guess the future will determine whether the issue of how you restrict from a government policy perspective would
you hear that? How you restrict social media from a government policy perspective. People, listen to the words that is coming out of the man's mouth. This is the agenda. This is a big part of their agenda, you know. Because when you can control information, you know, you can lie to the people as they have been doing. As they have been doing. You know how it's a spit in the face when we can put a video when Andrew said, you are being followed or you are being tracked. And then Dana Maristicks to come out and say, nobody is being tracked. I'm going to put the two videos together. You can imagine when you put two videos together where one where when my man the name from America when the pandemic did go on. Let me find it. Fauci. When you remember Fauci, they used their powers to block social media in the pandemic, you know. Anybody that was speaking against the joke and speaking about, you know, being more cautious and not taking the joke, all of their platforms were banned. Shadow banned. All of their platforms were shadow banned. Who remember? I was a victim of it, I can tell you. Oh, this is misinformation. 3 years later, the same thing when they call misinformation was accurate. 4 years later, the same thing they call misinformation was accurate. This is the games. This is the dangerous games and the evil games they play. So you see the blueprint. The blueprint is there already, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to this. Listen to this.
Vaccinated, they can feel safe that they are not going to get infected. People are vaccinated, they can feel safe that they are not going to get infected. Now, I got infected about 2 weeks ago. It was my third infection, and I had been vaccinated and boosted a total of 6 times. People are vaccinated, they can feel safe that they are not going to get infected. Now, I got infected about 2 weeks ago. It was my third infection, and I had...
Ladies and gentlemen, that clip, one of them was 2021. Fauci claimed people who are joked, they can feel assured that they will be safe from infection. 3 years later, literally, I have been joked a total of 6 times, and this is my third infection. A total different argument from what he sold us 3 years ago. And remember, in that span of time in 2021, everybody that was saying this is foolishness, they were shadow banned. They were shadow banned. Ladies and gentlemen, the government of Jamaica under Andronis, I want the People's National Party to be very sharp where this is concerned. The freedom of speech, our constitutional rights, must be defended. That's what they call Mark Golding security. He is our security. Sir Mark Golding, please, sir, do not let anybody buy you out. Do not let anybody suppress your passion for defending the people and the people's rights, sir. Please, be the leader that we see in you. Be our Ibrahim Traore in the opposition. You understand? Be our Ibrahim Traore. We want you to cut down, unroot all attempts to suppress the rights, the constitutional rights of the people of Jamaica in any facet, especially mainstream media or what we call social media, where their voices need to be heard because of the experiences that they're having and because of how they feel about the government and what they are doing to them. People, I told you already, you know, social media is a tool. You guys want to protest? Let us pick a day and everybody go live same time. You don't have to show your face. All of us go live same time. Put the phone in the ear like how me I do. Talk with talk. Talk with talk. Get your book, get your notepad. What are the issues that you have with this government? What are the issues? Why you think that they should all resign? Whatever the mission is, whatever the message is, let us organize and go live. 100,000 Jamaicans going live at the same time. 20,000 Jamaicans going live at the same time. Powerful. Powerful. Everybody pan Partner Draw TV, everybody pan Wayne Newsom, everybody pan Byron, everybody pan ABR, everybody pan Talk Your Mind TV, everybody pan Aromatic, everybody pan Jamaica Hot Topic, everybody pan Attack for the Press, everybody pan Make We Talk TV with Mr. Tavares, everybody pan Will Rattigan. Come together and go live at the same time with the same hashtag and the same title. Sign the Magnitsky Act so we can get to 10,000 signatures so we can hold the government accountable for all of the high levels of corruption, the nepotism, the cronyism, fattening them friend pocket and them girl pocket and them side chick pocket. You understand? Because they are going to use the media or try to control the media to shut everybody down. It's time, ladies and gentlemen. We don't have to go into the streets and burn tires. Burning tires is like putting the same hashtag in 100,000 different live streams that is going live at the very same time. That is a fire that is not physical, but my goodness, the algorithm will pierce the internet and the word will go out, and the conversation about what is actually happening will be highlighted. Right? We don't have to go, because I say, let me tell you something, you know. When I talk about chess, this is chess, you know. I am playing chess because I see a very concerning energy amongst the people. The people are getting very frustrated, and you know, based off the messages that I'm getting from people, they really are, they are, I wouldn't say short-tempered, but they are very impatient. There are people out there that want to see justice prevail. They want to see Andrew go to prison. They want to see all the Jamaica Labour Party members go to prison. Yeah, you get, listen, they can't stop you from protesting on the internet. That is the thing. And them can't lock you up neither. It is the safest and most effective way to burn a fire upon the government. And if we don't utilize it, I'm telling you, they are going to do, they are already thinking about it. They've been thinking about it. Who knows how far along they have gone into planning how to actually execute it. Listen to Tough Time.
The positives on it. I guess the future will determine whether the issue of how you restrict from a government policy perspective would have to be dealt with. I do believe that some sites should be restricted. The question is how you manage that.
You hear that? Some websites should be restricted. I know him talk about TikTok. Oh, I know he's talking about it. I know him talk about YouTube. That's my opinion. I could be wrong.
Well, as I said, I think that you have to balance between the right of persons to choose and to have information and access to their device and what they access on the device against what serves the greater good of the population and the society. And I think it's
all of a sudden him worrying about the greater good of the population and the society. How about you buy some machine and put in at the hospital them? How about you buy some bed and put in at the hospital them, some CT scan? How about you not buy a drill for $30+ million that costs probably 8? How about that? How about that? How about you be transparent and tell us who actually owns the company that bought the drill? How about that? How about you not recommend your personal relationship with director of market me to your Ministry of Health? Almost indirectly, right? Or what appears to be an indirect influence for her getting almost $80 million worth of government contract. That is an expensive friendship. Wow. Ladies, don't you want a friend like Christopher Tufton? All he does is introduce you to the Ministry of Health, and boop, bloop. 5 years later, $80 million worth of contract to your company. Bloop. Just like that. Sabeto, what you doing? Big up yourself. Mighty God.
Starts with informing people about what the ills potentially are. And I think we have to do a better job at it, because
no one cares about what you're talking about. You know what people care about? The 24 baby them were dead in a 25 day. That should be your only concern at Jubilee Hospital. Why is it that we're losing so much children in such a short space of time? They didn't even live out a year or 6 months. In your hospital. Trying to silence social. Exactly, I'm telling you. This is modern day enslavement, ladies and gentlemen. Pay attention. Pay attention. This is dictatorship. Anything that has to do with a one world order is dictatorship. You understand? Straight up. And their digital currency and their digital ID, well, digital ID per se, is one of the main tools they want to use to do that. Because they have all your information and they can shut down your card if you're not being a good citizen. And whatever that means. Just like how they can pass an act that if you have an imitation firearm, you get 15 years. They can pass an act that if you are not a good citizen in the eyes of the government, to their interpretation, here comes them locking down your way to buy food. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, be prepared for the possibilities of what is to come. It is time now for us to act. It is time now for us to unite. It is not time now for us to kick back and chill and act as if everything is all right and everything is great. It is not all right. It is not great. And not because you're not feeling it yet don't mean you ain't gonna feel it, baby. All you laborites listening to me, we're in your back of your throat to talk, say a foolishness me a talk. And you dare not say it in the chat because you know so me block you. You know me I say a facts. In other places in the world, it is being done right now, of which I speak. It just don't reach us yet, but them test it a certain place first and then them bring it come. And the aim of it is to carry it all across the world, baby. All across the world. The government want total control. All them have to do, you know, look at the situation, and I will forever reference this. Look at the situation with the young man that was put on the wanted list. You understand? Wanted Wednesdays. And that was an error on the part of, you know, God is so good, God exposing them. That young man was a big exposure to the so-called intelligence of the JCF, you know, where they put his name on the most wanted or wanted Wednesdays, you know. And then when they look police, I look for the youth, you know. And if they did find him, you know, upon the road, you know, we probably wouldn't see him today, him carrying himself going, and you hear what the youth say. The police them say, listen, why you bringing yourself? You should have make us come for you. You're a killer. Right? Now, all them have to do, when they have their system in place in full throttle, right, they will be monitoring your social media. If it look like you're saying something that they don't approve of, next thing you know, you're one terrorist. Next thing you know, you're one criminal. Next thing you know, you're on the most wanted list. And your finances will be shut down. You will essentially die for hunger if somebody else does not help to feed you. And oh, by the way, they'll be monitoring other people as well. To the T, when them have the full system in place. Why are you buying so much food? You don't usually eat so much food. Who is it that you're actually, by them time they have everything fully hacked. Your phone, them have camera everywhere, all over the streets. Oh my God, listen man, listen to me. You see them I use drone now? Oh, listen. When AI come in, when robots, real robots come in, oh my days, ladies and gentlemen, total control and what they call surveillance of the population. There'll be no freedom. No freedom. The only people that will be free is the one that runs the system. Because they are in the shadows and they get to do whatever they want. There's no spotlight on them. And they are the ones that decide what is scrubbed, what is removed, and what is remained. No one deserves that level of power. No one man, no group of men deserve that level of power. None.
I don't agree that many people think that social media is addictive. I am saying it now. And we all, to some extent,
all these years, people never know say social media addictive. And I know after your IC report come out, you concerned. How convenient. Eh? How? Thank you very much, Nadine. How convenient. Christopher Tufton, now you concerned about people addictiveness to social media? How long has social media been around? And how long have you been the health minister? All of a sudden now you're worried about their health? Bullshit. Bullshit. You understand?
extent perhaps practice it and don't even realize it. And I think one of the first things we need to do is to challenge persons to think about whether or not they should turn off their phones at 9 o'clock and go to bed. Because
no, you want to dictate to grown people when to turn off them phone and go to them bed. Hear them something here. People, these people think them are the parent of the people in the population. You are a man and I am a man. I don't know if you are a man, but I know say me a man. Me can vouch for myself. Me have to take that back. You are an individual and I am a man. I don't even know if you are an individual. You know what? I am a man. You don't dictate to me how and when I'm supposed to go to bed. You are rude, Christopher Tufton. The audacity that you believe that you are supposed to wield that type of power. Your rank. Hear this, brother? Eh?
I think one of the first things we need to do is to challenge persons to think about whether or not they should turn off their phones at 9 o'clock and go to bed.
Hey, Andre Stevenson, my general, are you? They know all the people that listen to you know. 9 o'clock when you start your show, Andre. Eh? The influence where you have on Partnership TV. Mr. Wayne Lonesome, you know go so late. Who else? Jamaica at Topic. Who else go late again? Mystic Sensation will go out till 11 o'clock, depending upon the guest they may have on the show. So, you see, say, the man at target the people in you don't see what I go on? Why 9 o'clock? And I could be wrong. These are my opinions. This is my thoughts and my opinions. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But I don't think I'm wrong. I don't think I'm wrong.
Because rest is more important than being on the, I don't want to call any names.
Him don't want to call no name. But me know say Partnership TV they on the top of him blurt not. Listen, hey Andre, I want to react to this if you don't react to it. You know, I go look on Partnership TV to see if you react to this. Hold on there.
The various platforms until
the various platforms until when?
You know, the wee hours of the morning and then don't get enough.
Oh, Jamaica at Topic, Andre, Bolo
sleep and then the next day.
Bolo took see me all 4 o'clock in the morning. Me up and people up with me. Yeah. So you want to encourage people now, say sleep important. All of a sudden, after 8, 9 years, 10 years in a power, all of a sudden now you Christopher Tufton, all of a, am I really lunatic to choose about? All of a sudden you have a problem with the people them. I watch them program what they want to watch. Who are you? Who do you think you are?
They are stressed out and tired and can't drive the vehicle and so on.
Oh, so now it's about them can't drive the vehicle in the morning because they're stressed out and tired. So the things that are actually happening in Jamaica, you would wish the people them turn a blind eye and not know that they're happening. All in the aim of, listen, don't stress yourself. Make sure that you get enough rest to go to work in the morning. It doesn't matter if if the government signed the Samoa Agreement and they are planning to teach your children that being a boy is not really being a boy and being a girl is not really being a girl, and they can be a butterfly, they can be a cow, you know, yes, no, it's fine. No, just go to bed. Don't worry about that the devil is rearing his ugly head to actually indoctrinate our children about everything that is immoral and against God. Don't worry about it. We don't want you to listen to the vloggers that is bringing the evidence to show the agenda. Go to your bed. They will expose themselves. Anybody that is a well-thinking individual understands that they are literally exposing themselves. They will tell you to not have any more children. But the Amish people have 10 pitney, and none of the pitney them don't have no problem, and none of them no get no numeration or no juke when them born. All of them healthy, hearty, and strong, and live long. None of them have no obesity problem. You understand? Them wouldn't mind if a national nonsense network alone, TVJ and CVM, when are the only network, so they could have control the 3 major media outlet them. Them wouldn't mind. Hey, let me tell you something. One of the things say, social media not damage them agenda in other election that we're gone. Members say a whole heap of money spending, you know. Members say a whole heap of people tell you how much money them get, you know, from Labour right, you know, party, you know, if you go vote for them or not to vote, you know. Members say a crazy amount of money spend, them have to dip hard down in a pocket. Right now, you don't see not there in a kitty, you don't see such person, finance minister, looking for local loans. Huh? You don't see what is going on. You don't see me play the video earlier, well not earlier, yesterday morning, when Mr. Vaz, that Dwayne Vaz, the good Vaz, say him go to the agency and them say them not have no money at this time. Cause he want to fix the road them. He want some money allocated to fix the road them in a community, in a constituency. Right? So I'm telling you, we are living in a serious time right now, and we have to keep our eyes open.
And get into other issues. I think those are issues that we have to confront and say frontally. Now, the other extreme of that around restriction is where you have children who can be exposed and can manipulate the device perhaps even better than we can.
So hold on, the tough time. When you guys had released your program in the health ministry on the children, that the parents found out about, that you guys suspended, you didn't care about exposure to the children. Listen to this, hey.
That around restriction is where you have children who can be exposed and can manipulate the device perhaps even better than we can as adults, because that's their kind of era, and are therefore able to access how to make guns.
Oh my God, yo, this man just used the most extreme. Yo, hey, all of a sudden, yo, you see how they do? You see how they do? He didn't know this 8 years ago when him just come in, and never know this, so they don't want to push no JP flag and them and win election. No one lose 14 seats. No one fret because any election after this is not going out. I'm nervously talk about 4th term. You could have by election till you no blue, you can't win one next election. Not under God. Not under God.
Access lewd sceneries that could be.
Here you know. Baga boo. Eh? Talk truth, Rose.
devastating. Access how to create AI, access how to bully, or indeed become.
Oh my, listen to me. I'm going to tell you something. You see, there is some things in life. All right. Most things in life you never will be able to control. You might chat be a bullshit, of course. But he might use some things kind of credible. But him can't say what him really want to say. I beat him around the bush. He might talk about
access how to create AI, access how to bully, or
yeah, bully. People, let me tell you something. You see, chaos is order. Order is chaos. It is a dance. Yeah, I'm talking a code. I understand that. You guys are bright. Them are the biggest bully. Talk shoot. Now him go up on stage and put out, allegedly put out voice note when I get sued for now. From KD night. Now him do that. Huh? Now him go up on media and do that. Not social media, mainstream media. Now him do that. TVG and all of them. I know he want to talk about bullying when he's being accused of lying on KD night. That's pretty much what he's being accused of and being liable of, you know. For blatant lie for him and defaming character, you know. Him say something that he didn't say about the leader of the People's National Party. To create dissension in a one time when you don't know, them just a build back the unity within the party. Yeah? That's him, you know. Sabit.
or indeed become the victims of bullying.
Oh yeah, I was saying that order is chaos and chaos is order. You cannot control chaos. And you cannot have order. It is a forever dance of balance between the two, like yin and yang. It's a flow. There's never just order. There's always chaos in between. They're intertwined. How fast they intertwine, you know, that is to be observed in your experience in life, even in your own personal life. But if you notice, one day everything is calm and the next day the whole of Kingston are washed away. And I mean literally in minutes, the rain start fall and everywhere wash away. Chaos is order and order is chaos. It's the everlasting dance between the two energies. Just like yin and yang. You cannot have one without the other. They have to coexist. So you can't have a world where it's just order and everything is perfect to how you think it's supposed to be. No. No. That is not how the world or life or creation is designed. Creation is chaotic. By nature, creation is chaotic. And it's just the truth.
And I think that from that perspective, parental guidance should be applied. And indeed, as a society, we may have to consider some of those in a more formalized way. So I know it's not the answer you're looking for, but in other words, it's a mix, it's a balance.
It's a mix, it's a balance. If you're talking a code like, whoa, you say, no, sir. When you say Sabbath, Sabbath to me school them. I know some things to learn in our life.
But while some believe that
I know some things to learn in our life, bro. I don't know if a brother, Sabbath so like a man. But there's some things to learn in our life, you know? Let me hear what ABR say.
this is a way for them to basically control what is put out on social media. Many are saying that he should have been fired from the get-go. Some are even looking at his social media brought to light what has been taking place at the whole Market Me situation saga between the Ministry of Health and him being the head of SAME, the Ministry of Health granting contracts that were
Big
not.
up Grandmaster Bet in our place. Big up Grandmaster Bet in the place. Big up Grandmaster Bet. This is why there is no internet connection in some of our schools. But listen, they want to use the same internet, you know. Do you guys remember that incident with the? Let me see if I can find the article. Hold on there. See if I can find the article. Health Ministry program, online program flagged by parents. Hold on. Health Ministry online program for children flagged by parents in Jamaica. Parents urged to monitor children online. Use parents encourage blah blah blah. Protect your children. Breaking news. Parents find suspicious content on online program outside of the Ministry of Health. Let me see me find the article. There was an article about that, you know. Yeah, man. And if I don't find it now, I'm going to ask Atta for the press because she have everything. But can I text her now? Let me see. Hours in the morning, she probably up. Let me see. Hold on there. Hold on there, my people. Find a way. Let me see. Welcome. Atta for the press, top of the morning. I hope that you are up. I am live right now. I was Saturday, how are you doing? I was at Jenny Boo, what's up? I was looking for this article. You remember the online program that the health ministry had that was teaching the children that they can be a girl when them is a boy and then can be a boy, and them are teaching about all different types of sexual preferences, and the parents them did come out and a bona fire upon it and then suspend the program. Where you have the news article for that? If you do, please send it to me. Cause I know you did play it on your platform a few times. You see me? Is anybody here that has that article? The people of Jamaica needs to sue Chris, him too disgusting, man. Why I don't know? Why Jenny? Mommy not there right now, no mommy asleep. Mommy asleep, Jenny. Mommy not there for this program. Mommy asleep. Anyway. So we cover me find this.
They're watching over me. To the residents of St. James Central, John West from the Chopping Block, who is our Pearl Campbell, Bridget Watson, Donovan De Paz, Black Italian, Jay Brown, Alex Mack, Alex Higgs, Oasis of St. Jamaica would not be complete without you. We are the Oasis of St. James. We love you no bad. To our social media warriors like Keisha Mack, Alex Higgs, Selena, Oral Campbell, Bridget Watson.
So you had persons in the parliament knocking the decks. I have never heard the People's National Party come out and say big up Andre Stevenson in a parliament. Big up Andre Stevenson. Big up Byron Scott. Big up Wayne Lonesome. Big up Melton Pat. Big up Will Ratty. I've never heard them come in parliament and say big up the social media warriors them. And I don't want them to do that. You understand? Because we are not getting paid. Well, I know I'm not getting paid, and I think I can vote for my brothers and sisters. This is something that we are very passionate about. You understand? We are very passionate about our country. We are very passionate about oh, Andre was talking about mental health. Okay, mental health day. Very important topic. I guess him not really touch upon anything, probably tomorrow. Him not touch upon what going on in it's probably tomorrow. Let me see something real quick. Yeah man, mommy asleep, man. Mommy asleep. So you know, when you see Andrew, oh, what is this? Yeah, sorry about that. Sometimes we get distracted, you know. 23 young man in a car. Oh, this video, another police unaliving. Boy, you know, I had a very good encounter with the police today, or some policemen today. So I want to reiterate that I am not against the police. I really think I need to say that. I am not against the good police. What I'm against is the police that break the law. Just equally as I'm against criminals that break the law. No, police that break the law, I am not asking for other police or other lawmen to go and unalive them because they are criminals. No. I want them to go to court, just like I want the criminal them to go to court, and I want them to have a trial. And I believe that every method possible should be exhausted by the police officers to make sure that that is a reality. So even if you encounter a criminal that bring force, if you can still bring him in alive, I think those options should be fully exploited. That's just me, because you know the charter to the right to life, it needs to be respected, especially by law enforcers. We say they can't water down and dilute. They can't hide the truth from the youth. Social media shedding light on their dirty deeds. Don't get me wrong, you know. As I said, there is some irresponsible social media outlets out there. That's a fact. You feel me? I deal with, and I'm not being judgmental. It's just the truth. It's just the truth. And people might say me irresponsible too. And I am open to constructive critique, especially when it has anything to do with the law. Huh. We want to stay in the parameters of the law always. You get me? We don't want to go outside of that. We don't want to go outside of that, you know. You get me? But the police, them, I get, it's like it a turn up season. You want to notice? Even with everything that happened, you would think that the Jamal Farkas incident would slow down the police. It come like the man them turn up. The man, it come like the man them tell me and say on video circulate now, where they remove the girl from the car. And as they remove the girl from the car and the girl gone, shots fire and the youth dead. Now you tell me, what do I expect? What do you expect me to take from that? What do you expect me to take from that? What? Why the young lady had to be removed? Several police around the car from what I saw. And bloop, young man is dead. What is going to be the excuse? The excuse is going to be, oh, You know, say I'm a killer and he kill enough people already. And him probably never have no gun for him now. But you don't know, we have to clean up the society, so we are God, you know. So we decide who dead and who live, you know. Who meet them maker, you know. So we have to clean up the street, you know. We are the good work, you know. And that you know telling yourself. Only not different from the criminal them. Only not different from the criminal them, you know. And you know what really angers me? Let me tell you what really angers me. The politicians don't have rules that guide them so strictly and so harshly, you know. Like Christopher Tufton can get away with recommending his personal relationship, his personal partner, his personal friend to the Ministry of Health in a capacity where she gains government contract at an alarming rate. 6 in a 1 day and all type of things, accused of splintering, potential splintering, manipulation of the procurement process. They can do those things and they can literally jeopardize the healthcare system, where people go there and lose their lives because it's not properly equipped with the machines that it needs. But this girl, because she's a personal partner, a personal relationship, a personal friendship, she can get $80 million worth of contract over 5 years, when that $80 million could have been spent to buy equipment necessary and needed for 24 babies to still be alive today in Jubilee Hospital. No, but she getting $80 million for Market Me. What the hell Market Me is doing? What is Market Me doing? What value does Market Me bring to justify her getting $80 million over 5 years? What impact has Market Me did for the Jamaican people? What impact? Please explain that to me. Anybody? Can anybody explain to me what value does Market Me bring Jamaica where health is concerned? Please, what impact has it had on the people of Jamaica? Can anybody tell me? Anyone? Don't worry, I'll wait. I'll wait. Sorry about that. And so they can do these things and they will never go to jail, ladies and gentlemen, because they are the ones that are writing the laws. Mocha will not go to their house and investigate them and dig up whether or not they are involved in fraud. Mocha won't investigate them, ladies and gentlemen. They can do these things. They can put their friend as a, what him name, Norman Scott or Norman Brown, and Jonas' business partner. Hey, people. Yo, man, to say, Donkey say we're on the level and not true, you know. Donkey say we're on the level and Donkey was so right. Donkey was so right. Eh? Eh, Donkey? I think I have video. Yeah. Yeah, me find it. I think I have video I should talk about it. The business partner. Alright, listen to this. No. Not this one. Open so. See it there. That story. Listen to that story.
About it. You need to go read and educate
nothing. So, and view housing development in Portmore, St. Catherine, the people, remember the other day when they came out and they were protesting, the people them said they paid on 1.9 million and over 3 years now, 3 years, the building not go up yet. Remember Jamaica? Well, Andrew Wellness gone trick the people them again. So Andrew Wellness gone meet them, and talk with them and tell we know say everything is solved. Remember say, a 1.9 million the people them pay, over 3 years now, and all know a foundation no started in Jamaica. And guess what? Remember Andrew Wellness business partner, Norman Brown. Then know say Norman Brown is the director and the chairman of HAJ. Jamaica people, not
the director and chairman of HAJ is Norman Brown, Andrew Owner's friend and business partner. These people pay $1.9 million now. No foundation no start dig yet, and 3 or 4 years ago that people wanna make this make sense no man. Oh, Andrew Owner's not get locked up yet. If that was a normal businessman, we have some dealings like this and take people money. And after 3 years, no bill, no up man, no movement, no foundation, no dig, nothing. Right? You think the people are $1.9 million for those dashes, so? Oh, this go. Oh, this go. How comes then they are court? All them people they are ramp. Them the people they are ramp. All of them are ramp. You know how long all of them to put their money together and get all one liar like Isaac Buchanan for the case? Eh? Sue the government. You understand? 3 years of distress. Mental strain, physical. Financial strain, mental stress in the factor of not seeing any movement and all your money gone seem like it gone down the drain. If the people them did smart, them sue the government and sue Andrew Wellness. If them did smart. How to make the man them get away with this?
Nothing cannot sign for without Andrew Wellness sign it. So listen to me, Portmore people, home owners, we pay on 1.9 million. Andrew Wellness know all about this. Andrew Wellness know all about this because the HAJ is in Andrew Wellness office. You never hear Mark Golden talk about it?
HAJ is in the office of the Prime Minister. And his best friend is running the HAJ. He's not his best friend, his business partner and friend is running the HAJ. Jamaica, you know what? Jamaica, if we continue like this, we are run like a party shop. Friends and family discount.
You need to go read and educate on yourself. Andrew trick on one more time. Andrew trick on and just alright with it. Only just allow this man to step up and so. My wisdom warriors, the homeowner says they're still waiting for their units to be completed. Some say they paid deposits for their unit in 2022 and now we're in a 2025. Now we're in a 2025 and Andrew Wellness now gonna meet with HAJ. I go on like him never know.
Almost reached 2026. Just in case nobody never realized. October we're there now. And November next and then December. A year done. The year done.
Nothing about this, eh? Him a go like him don't know nothing about this when I fit Andrew Wellness, same business partner, same man, Norman Brown is the director and chairman of HAJ. And on top of that, HAJ is in Andrew Wellness office. Jamaican people on the read, take a look at this, because I know some of my receipt.
Oops, I dropped this.
Yeah, and she definitely have the receipt. Should definitely have the receipt.
Meet our board of directors. The board consists of directors with diverse skill sets, experiences, and backgrounds to provide sound strategic direction for the agency. The board and management work collaboratively to execute the agency mandate and corporate strategy by actively contributing their professional expertise and experiences to ensure that the organization is effectively and efficiently serving Jamaica's housing sector and overall development. The members of the board, including the managing director, are Mr. Norman Brown, the chairman, Mr.
So Norman Brown is the chairman of the HAJ, ladies and gentlemen. We have Mr. Sylvester Tolo, vice chairman. Mrs. Doreen Prendergast, managing director. Mr. Stephen Fongi, Mrs. Faye Hutchinson. God and time unknown. God and time.
Sylvester Tulloch, the vice chairman, and the list goes on. Some people take a look at Norman Brown. Maybe some of you don't remember him, but Andrew Warner's business partner. Take a look at this. I want to know some Norman Brown. He dropped
PM business partner Norman Brown dropped IC case. Drops case against IC. You don't remember that? You don't remember Norman Brown dropped case against IC? You remember that? Let me PM business partner. Let me find the article. The PM's business partner drops case against IC. Let me find that. Alright, the gleaner of the article. Hopefully we can open it and it open and we can read it. Father God, please help me. I know them still. Alright. This was February 3rd, 2025. PM business partner Norman Brown drops case against IC. Norman Brown, partner of Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Ones, has withdrawn his case against the Integrity Commission, citing a wish to protect his reputation amid the intense media scrutiny the matter has generated. So him no want no part of it, because he knows he might get dragged in the media if him ever go sue the Integrity Commission. Him smart, him smell the blood, not problem, but Andrew Ones bare face. Andrew Ones not only sue the Integrity Commission, but Andrew Ones sue the Integrity Commission with an affidavit of a lifetime. You know, me go find Dorian, what's your name? Me go find her something there, hold on there. I have withdrawn because if I was to succeed, it would be well. I'm calling it a Pyrrhic victory. And I think that a similar case is already there, he said. Noting that some of the issues he aimed to challenge are already part of Honest's ongoing legal challenge against the Jamaica main anti-corruption body and the 2017 law that established it. So he is pretty much saying that no, Andrew Honest done a challenge it. So me I gotta just make him the big bad wolf go up against them, because the optics of it don't look so good. And me no want my name get tarnished. Me I take with myself. Brown had sought judicial review on sections of the Integrity Commission report that question his company's tax compliance and potential conflicts of interest arising from his chairmanship of two state agencies, Urban Development Corporation, UDC, and the Housing Agency of Jamaica. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, let me read that again. This man is the chairman of two state agencies, Andrew Ones' friend and business partner. This all has to do with real estate development. His wife, Andrew Ones' wife, is into real estate and he's into real estate. Do you guys see the bed of potential corruption here? Huh? This is just rich and smell of corruption, doesn't it? His best friend run the Urban Development Corporation and the Housing Agency of Jamaica. That report to Wholeness. You hear that? Andrew Wholeness knows exactly what is going on with these people, ladies and gentlemen, in the article. Down at Portmore paid them $1.9 million. So when they see Andrew go talking about, oh yeah, you know, I'm going to meet with them, as if him oblivious to what the hell is going on. It is deceptive, ladies and gentlemen. It is absolutely deceptive. of Andrew Holness. You hear me tell you? While the court allowed him to challenge the tax-related findings, it rejected his bid to contest the report comments on potential conflict of interest. So Norman Brown wanted to challenge the comments that the Integrity Commission made regarding conflict of interest, to act as if him being the chairman of those agencies does not scream conflict of interest. When you see how them people have bare face, they want to go ahead and operate in any manner and have no accountability, ladies and gentlemen. This is the type of people that we are dealing with. And you don't expect any better because he's the friend of Andrew Holness and business partner. How you expect better? Huh? Monkey see, monkey do. The report suggested that the similarities between the two state agencies that Brown chairs and his relationship with Prime Minister pose significant conflict of interest concerns. Of course, Brown expressed disappointment with the court's ruling on the conflict of interest issue, which was a central part of his claim. You're full of... Hey, sure, you know what? I would have gone for it, he said, the Gleaner, Friday, referring to his approach, had he been allowed to pursue the conflict of interest. So basically, he's saying that he withdrew the entire case because his entire case surrounded the conflict of interest situation. Because the judge told him, say, brother, you don't have no case when it comes to conflict of interest. This screams conflict of interest. So he decides that him now go attack the other part of him affidavit. He just go drop the case altogether. Him cite reputational concern. In his first public comment since the court ruling, Brown expressed concerns over reputational damage caused by the brother. You don't have no reputation no more. As soon as you leave, as soon as Andrew Holness is found guilty, you're automatically guilty. Just understand that. So everything hinged for Andrew Holness court case with your reputation. Believe. We know the culture of the political space in Jamaica. It's that once you attach my name to something, then people make up their own narratives about those things. This is not about narratives. What is some money I talk about? What about narrative? The facts are the facts. Yeah, Andrew Holness is a friend and business partner. He make you the chairman for two agencies that deal with what? Real estate contract awarding. And you and him is into real estate and his wife in a real estate. What else we need for here? You don't need no narrative. It's plain, it's straight. You right in front of your face, I slap you and I thump you and I kick you. You see me? Adding that the Integrity Commission could have conveyed their message about any of this matter without putting me in the middle of it. Me rotted. So I blame the Integrity Commission for put him in a middle of it. So him innocent. What a piece of bangarang. You know, so I never read a whole article here. You know, say something wrong. Something wrong. Something is intrinsically wrong with the people that Andrew Holness associate himself with. Or the people that support him. Something wrong with them, you know? Something wrong with them. Him says, so I deemed it quite unfair. But you know, that's the nature of a bad law. So him also attacking the Integrity Commission law. Mighty God. The man actually I said it's a bad law. He should be able to be a participant of nepotism and cronyism without any sanction or any public scrutiny. Una hear this? People's reputation and integrity must mean something as well. Well, you have to make sure it means something to you and practice integrity and practice good things so your reputation will be good. If you never take up a job that you know, right, it's going to be looked at obviously in the way that people are looking at it. We wouldn't be looking at you this way. It's your fault, but you want to blame the law and you want to blame people for call a spade a spade. This is a classic. This is a narcissism. The withdrawal comes just weeks before the first hearing in his judicial review case, which was scheduled for Friday, February 25. The substantive matter would likely have been set after Wellness case, which is due to start October 13. Yes, 2 days from now, 48 hours to go. Speculation has arisen that Brown's decision could be linked to avoiding a sensitive issue linked to the Prime Minister that might provide fodder in a general election campaign. Yes, with the polls expected by September. However, Brown denied this, insisting, but there can't be a campaign issue. What have I done? We don't know yet. That's why I didn't want to go to court. I think we are that. He never wanted the affidavit because just like how Craig Beresford's affidavit came out on Andrew Honest when he stupidly sued the Integrity Commission, is the same way more things are come out about this man where he probably never want the public to know. So him did smart, him listen to film like them and say, brother, you better you're chilling. Yeah man, you better you calm down, my general, don't follow Andrew. Because Andrew lawyer tell him say he need to bill and him not bill. But you nobody follow Andrew. You do the right thing. Good solid advice from the lawyer them, but I'm sorry you never can go to court. Because that would mean more content for me and more evidence for sure the corruption in the government. Right? The IC confirmed on Friday that it was advised by its attorney that Brown did not file claim for the digital review by the January 29 deadline and that his lawyers had indicated that Brown would no longer pursue the case. The commission will make no further comment on the matter at this time. A full statement will be issued in due course, said the IC Executive Director Craig Christie. A judicial review allows the court to examine the legality of decisions. The merit of a decision are not assessed. In Jamaica, persons have to get permission from the court to apply for judicial review. Brown's legal challenge stemmed from the IC report on Prime Minister's finances, particularly focusing on the tax filing of Estate Bridge Development Limited, a company in which Brown is a shareholder. Mercy me, you never know this. Not only is Norman Brown a chairman on the UDC and the HAJ, he is a shareholder of Estate Bridge Development Limited. The report raised concerns about Estate Bridge interest in Estate Bridge interest income in 2021 and its nil tax returns, which were referred to the Tax Administration Jamaica. People, a whole heap. You see if this thing are properly investigated, a whole heap of people need to go to prison, you know. Brown argued that the findings were unfair and violated natural justice as he was not given the chance to respond to the tax-related concerns before the report's public release. The court had allowed him to challenge these tax-related claims, but the review of the potential conflict of interest comments was dismissed. So, if him is so confident about the tax-related claims, why him never go through the same way? Why? Because the conflict of interest part will remain the conflict of interest. Him decides that him now go continue with the case. Yes, he said this now make no sense. That brother, something funny about this, and it will come out, you know. Justice Althea Jarrett, the same judge who has ruled in the case brought by Holness, ruled that the comments did not adversely affect Brown's reputation and were not judicially reviewable. She said Stevenson did not assert any actual conflict of interest and that Brown's arguments suggested otherwise were inaccurate. You hear that? The IC never accused Brown of conflict of interest, right? It said it has the potential of conflict of interest, not that it is a conflict of interest. When we go back up at top where them say it, exactly what them say, right? Because you see when it comes out to legal language, you think the IC are idiot. You think so the member them in the IC now look and you think them in themselves personally and I say, yo, Me believe this is my opinion. IC members probably look upon the report them and say, you know, see the money are criminal. That's what me believe. Right? That is what I believe. That is what I believe. So it says here that Brown's chairmanship and his relationship with Prime Minister pose significant conflict of interest concerns. Not that it is a conflict of interest. So you see this statement where it says it pose significant conflict of interest concerns? That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is not a statement that is going to damage your reputation. Now, in the court of public opinion, with people like me, yeah, I don't care what the IC want to say. Those facts that they presented make me look at you, sir, crooked-eyed, with that eyebrow raised. Me can tell you that right now. Hold on there, YouTube. One thing more of to share with you now. Dean Jackson Miller did a piece about Andrew Honest suing the Integrity Commission.
So Jamaicans are really...
I need to find that video. Government, no NWC. I need to find that video, the one with the IC. PMP problem that we need to go further back. PMP takes IC to court. I think it's this one. What 3 video should do? Hold on. Let me see for that video. Maybe I just skim through it and find out if I it.
Andrew Holness is taking the Integrity Commission to court. Stay tuned. I'll have your breakdown in just a moment. I'm Deon Jackson Miller. Thanks for being here. About whether the decision itself was correct. It's about the Supreme Court to review the decisions that are taken by bodies like the Integrity Commission to make sure that they are acting within their legal powers. So judicial review really is about making sure that a decision was made in the right way, that the process was lawful, the process was fair and just. It's not really about whether the decision itself was correct. It's about the process in arriving at that decision. All right, so let's look at what the Prime Minister is asking for. So I'm going to be going through the court papers with you, telling you what is in the Prime Minister's affidavit as his sworn evidence. Also, what are the many declarations and orders that the Prime Minister is going to be asking the court to make. I just have to make a point right at the beginning, though, and highlight something for you that is pretty surprising. The Prime Minister wants the court to make a declaration striking down the provisions of the Integrity Commission Act. He also wants the court to strike.
Want to hear that? Andrew Holness wants the court to strike down the provisions of the Integrity Commission Act, given lack of fairness, impartiality, and independence in exercise of functions of the division and the commission as presently structured. This is his affidavit. This is Andrew Holness's affidavit, you know.
Down section 14.5 of the Corruption Prevention Act. Now, this is a section of the act that deals with illicit enrichment, which of course you probably know is what the Prime Minister has been investigated for by the Integrity.
So Andrew Holness passed a law, passed this act, and in his affidavit, he wants the court to declare that section 14.5 of the Corruption Prevention Act is unconstitutional and should be struck down. Andrew Holness taking the IC to court to totally dismantle the Integrity Commission and their powers. Let us be clear about that. God them love say let us be clear. Andrew Holness literally is trying to destroy the IC. That is his intention. If these things that he asked the judge to do, the judge did, there will be no more IC. The fact that he asked the judge to do it is what is alarming. But they say they want to have accountability. They say they want to have transparency, but they don't want to tell us how they made their money. How did you come about all of these billions of dollars? To taxi?
Commission Act. I'll tell you more about that when I get to that part of the document. I wanted to highlight this because it's pretty surprising to see a prime minister, head of government, a legislator, in fact, asking the court to strike down provisions of the Integrity Commission Act, which is an act that's put in place to help to fight corruption in the public sector, and also asking the court to strike out Section 14.5 of the Corruption Prevention Act, which again, the illicit enrichment provision was enacted to try to stem corruption in the public sector.
So, Deanne Jackson Miller is surprised. She's shocked. This is unprecedented. I don't think we've ever seen this before. This is disgraceful, shocking, insane that the Prime Minister of a country has taken the anti-corruption agency to court to make it null and void and never be an anti-corruption agency ever again. Because the two things that he's attacking is the two things that he's supposed to attack corruption. So if he wants to attack the things that attack corruption, what does that make him? Hello? Is anybody there? Want to fall asleep? People must sleep. It's too early. Then people ain't gone left me.
We'll get to it. You'll hear the details of why the Prime Minister wants the court to make those particular decisions. But let's start now at the beginning. Okay, so let me start out by saying who exactly is before the court. And before the court is Andrew Holness, the Prime Minister. Also before the court are 3 companies associated with the Prime Minister, and which you heard about if you watched any of the videos that I did on the investigation report from the Integrity Commission. The applicants in this matter are not just the Prime Minister, but Mr. Holness, along with Imperium, which is a company that's wholly owned by him, also Positive Media Solutions and Positive Jamaica Foundation Limited. Now, the orders are being sought against 2 directors of the Integrity Commission, which is Craig Beresford, the Director of Information and Complaints, along with Kevin Stevenson, the Director of Investigation, along with the Integrity Commission as a whole. So the Prime Minister speaks about the applicants. He speaks about himself as the leader of the JLP, Prime Minister of Jamaica. The second applicant, Imperium, he says he is a sole director and shareholder of Imperium, which is a holding company that holds property and assets. He speaks about the third applicant, Positive Media Solutions Limited, which is a company of which the shareholders in Positive Media were Mark Azan and Imperium. Positive Media, he says, is a company he uses to manage his intellectual property and image rights. It also rents media equipment. The fourth applicant, Positive Jamaica Foundation, he says this is a company limited by guarantee without share capital. He says Positive Jamaica is not actively engaged in business, but he uses it to make grants or donations or to assist people who from time to time ask him for help. He says the company is not a registered charity, although he loosely says that he uses it for charity purposes. So he says the allegation that he misappropriated funds from a registered charity is false and irresponsible.
So basically, it appears to be a charity, but it's not. It's not registered, according to him. But he used it for charity. Want to see how shady it is? Listen that again. Listen what she has to say again, because I don't want to tell her, like, listen.
Engaged in business, but he uses it to make grants or donations or to assist people who from time to time ask him for help. He says
so grants and donations are what? The charitable gestures. He uses it to help people from time to time. But it's not a registered charity though. Is that illegal? Is that illegal? Is that potentially something that can be used for, I don't know, corruption, skullduggery? You know, is it possible? Just asking for a friend.
Company is not a registered charity, although he loosely says that he uses it for charity purposes. So he says that
he loosely says He uses it for charity purposes, but it's not a registered charity. Yo, do you guys see how confusing this is? You know, I had sex with her, but I really didn't. She's kind of pregnant, but not really. This is what we're hearing from Andrew Wallace, in this, total. Can you imagine what the IC went through with this man? Can you imagine in their investigation what they went through with this man? And to make sure that they don't appear to be biased or they are not trying to attack him, they gave him so much chances to get it right. Let me tell you something. God is not an entity that makes mistakes. You see, Andrew Holness' process in which his investigation went, the IC, in my opinion, gave him a lot of leverage to come clean. Big up yourself, unknown. Andrew Holness got a lot of coverage, a lot of leverage to come clean with the IC. Several different times. If you read that report, or if you listen to the people that read it like Will Rattigan, and they point out these key issues, the IC was very generous to Andrew Holness. If it was anyone else, they would have been charged. I'm telling you, anybody else did what Andrew Holness did, they would have been charged. Andrew Holness lied to us, the public, and told us that he doesn't know, he searched far and wide. And if you look at the report and you look at the date when he said that versus the date when the IC went to his office for a meeting to speak about the very thing that he said he did not know of. Radam. And you guys talking about fourth term when you have a prime minister that blatantly lied to us about stuff like this? How people trust this man, I don't understand. I don't get it. You can't be a public figure and just come out and lie like this. And people act as if they don't see the blatant lies being told. Even when you show them the evidence point, you hear when he said this and you hear when he said that, and you still not believe so the man a liar. You still not see the proof. Show us proof that he's a liar. See it there. No man, but I make some excuse, some foolish statement. Like say people born big.
The allegation that he misappropriated funds from a registered charity is false and irresponsible. He says a quick check at the Registrar of Cooperative Societies would confirm that it is not registered as a charity. He says he denies the allegation of misappropriation. And throughout the investigation, he says the allegation of misappropriation of bond proceeds was not put to him by the Director of Investigation. He says, therefore, he was not given an opportunity to respond to this allegation, which would have clarified that issue. He says this matter concerns the report from the Integrity Commission of 30th of August 2024 and the special report dated the 5th of September 2024. He says the reports are being challenged, and we'll hear more about that later. He says having read the reports, he now knows for the first time that what was referred to the Director of Investigation for investigation are as follows. His net worth, calculated based on information included on the statutory declaration for the year ended 2021, and additional information that he provided in terms of his net worth, that it grew over a 5-year period ending the end of 2021. 2, unexplained changes in net worth. And 3, although his net worth appeared to align with income for some years, the growth of the net assets of companies for which he and close family members are majority shareholders, and the actual contributions of minority shareholders. So the Prime Minister is saying that is when he read the report that he knew for the first time that this was what was being investigated. He says he was not asked any questions about the matter in the first and second bullet points. I'll just read it as it is here, although as I said, I think there is an error there. as a notice of interview and attachments will show. He said the statement that his refusal to provide the Director of Investigation with a breakdown of expenses for the period covered by the investigation and that hindered him in the investigation, he said that statement was false for the following reasons. A, he was not asked to provide any income and expense statements for 2019 and 2020. B, he says he was not referred for financial investigation pursuant to the Integrity Commission Act. C, he said only the 2021 declaration was referred to the Director of Investigation for investigation. D, he says the report shows he had already arrived at a negative net worth for 2021 and 2022 for him, Mr. Holness, which would not necessitate an inquiry into his income and expenses. He says it was only after what he calls the improper combination of his assets with the company Imperium's assets that the director arrived at the sum of 1.9 million, which he said was unexplained. He said he's been reliably informed by his attorneys and he believes that this sum would not trigger an explanation, meaning would not require him, Mr. Holness, to make an explanation under Section 14.5 of the Corruption Prevention Act. So he is saying here that his lawyers have told him that this sum would not require him to explain how he came by this under the illicit enrichment section. He's also saying that his attorneys have told him and that he believes that the Director of Investigation collected evidence, analyzed it, made findings of fact while combining the roles of investigator, prosecutor, and judge. He says, moreover, the section under which the Director of Investigation was proceeding places a burden on him, Mr. Holness, to prove an essential element of the offense of illicit enrichment, that is a wealth element, meaning under this particular section of the Act, if a public officer is asked how they came by a particular asset, they have to prove that they did so lawfully. Mr. Holness says in his affidavit that the problem is compounded by the fact that the respondents, meaning the directors and the Integrity Commission, already had the sum he was required to explain, but did not disclose it to him so he could adequately respond or cause representations to be made on his behalf to resolve the matter. He says he's also been reliably informed by his attorneys and he believes that the contents of the report, that's the investigation report that was sent to Parliament, he said this report disclosed personal and private information of the applicants, that's him and the three companies, in breach of privacy and the data protection laws of Jamaica. He said what was disclosed was more than what was necessary to make the report to Parliament. He said he was asked questions in a vacuum. He said he was only provided with the documents listed in the appendix later on. He said the Integrity Commission Act provides for confidentiality of the proceedings as well as the excision of prejudicial material if there is a finding of corruption or an offense under the Act. So he's saying the Act does make provision for some matters not to be released to the public. He says the objections I put forward were dismissed without a hearing, and he says this was improper given the substantial nature of the objections that in some cases went to the respondent's jurisdiction, meaning that some of his objections were saying that the Integrity Commission and the directors didn't have any basis, any lawful basis for the kind of investigations they were trying to do. He said, in addition, he has a right to privacy. He said, the Director of Investigation and the Integrity Commission.
That is bullshit. That is bullshit. He doesn't have a right to privacy being a public figure. He doesn't have a right to privacy being that he's the one that tabled the act and understood that literally your privacy would be dug into by the Integrity Commission. And whatever it is they found in their investigation would be publicized and tabled in Parliament, which you know would be public. So the right to privacy argument is rubbish. All the other things, technicalities which we shall see play out in court October 13. That part is rubbish. Can't tell you that right now. That's rubbish.
Deliberately ignored his objections through his lawyers and published a report imputing criminal and unethical conduct to him and to the three companies.
This is how men with
Him only care about the optics, you know. Him not care about the reality, you know, so. This is what you call.
He says the report raises a number of issues concerning natural justice / procedural fairness, breach of his
Can you imagine natural justice, procedural fairness, the way how it is a blessing how the Integrity Commission documented every single thing. They were too fair. The Integrity Commission was too fair to Andrew Holness, I swear.
Constitutional rights and illegal and ultra-vires conduct of the Commission and its directors of investigation, the Director of Investigation and Director of Information and Complaints. Ultra-vires conduct means that the person or the entity is acting outside of what the law allows them to do. And he says because is issues that he's raising, the reports that were sent to Parliament are tainted and ought to be struck down.
This never happened. This is what he wanted to happen. But the judge said, hell no, to the no. The IC report stands. It cannot be struck down. Did you guys know that? Very important to know. Yes, he wanted the IC report to be deemed null and void by the judge, and the judge said, hell no, to the no, hell to the no, hell no, to the no. That's exactly what the judge said. Hell no, nigga.
Okay, then he gives details of some of what he is saying happened. He's saying the Director of Investigation and the Integrity Commission acted ultra-vires outside their lawful authority, illegally and unfairly in carrying out their statutory duty, meaning their duty under the law. The Integrity Commission Act, that's a statute. So your duty under the statute is your statutory duty. And he said they acted ultra-vires illegally and unfairly, having regard to the referral set out.
Can you imagine Andrew Holness accused the Integrity Commission of acting illegally? Not even one time. Not even one time that not happened. The Integrity Commission operates within the law. Even when we believe that they should do more, they don't move away from the law. These people are experienced in law. They are very meticulous about the law. And Andrew Holness really tried, you know much of them affidavit that the judge kicked down and kicked away and dashed back and said that not gonna work. But he did try though. He did try.
On page 4, paragraph 1.1 of the report, he said the directors and the commission knew that the commission did not make the referral. He said they knew that the 3 companies were not notified of the referral, or in any case that the information they had didn't rise to the level that required explanation by him, Mr. Holness, as it was acknowledged that his net worth appeared to align with his income, so any investigation on the basis of illicit enrichment did not arise. And just to say the referral, they're talking about when the Integrity Commission wants the Director of Investigation to look further into something, they make a referral to him for investigation, all right? Or the Director of Complaints and Information can also make a referral. He goes on to say that the directors and the commission knew that the alleged unexplained sum for the year ending December 2021 was only 4.4 million, but this was never disclosed, he said, to him for an explanation as required for an investigation for illicit enrichment to start. He said also there's no statement that this was a disproportionate sum. He said the directors and the commission knew that the ultimate objective of the investigation was to trawl through the 3 companies' private information, but they didn't notify them and made adverse findings without hearing from them. He says the directors and the commission only asked questions about the companies and business associates, but asked nothing about the substance of an investigation for illicit enrichment. He says it's therefore improper to suggest that he, Mr. Holness, was a reason that prevented them from completing their investigation, as they had the alleged figure that needed explanation from the outset. They never disclosed it to him, and he said they now want to continue their illegal quest by pretending that he withheld information and improperly communicating it in a manner that they knew would attract public odium and cause prejudice to him. So he's saying that the directors and the commission didn't tell him essentially exactly what was being investigated, and they have now put it out into the public in a way that is turning the public against him. That's what that.
I don't believe that. You guys that read the Integrity Commission report. Yo, I am so glad that the Integrity Commission is so meticulous where documentation is concerned. Yo, Andrew Honest is a cheeky brother. Very, very cheeky guy. I'm thinking, you know, this is what narcissists do, you know. Them feel like them smarter than everybody and them smarter than the system. Yeah, man, I'm a chess player. I can go around everything. Everybody loses, baby. Everybody loses.
That's it.
Sir, your shape is incredible. How many times per week you visit the gym?
0. I'm just doing military workouts every morning.
Mr. Holness says as a parliamentarian, he knows he's required to file an annual declaration each year, and he says he has complied with this. He has done this, he said, and filed his declaration for 2021. He did that on the 29th of March, 2022. He says over the period 1997 to 2020, he submitted his statutory declarations as required, and they have been certified and are published. He said he submitted his statutory declaration for the 2021 year within the time required. He said he was called in and he met with the Director of Investigation as the declaration had been referred to him for investigation. He was asked to submit an amended statutory declaration. He said after that, the investigation was closed on the 19th of February 2023, but he says nothing was published exonerating him, and he was not asked to exercise his right to refuse publication of exoneration. He said he only knew about that right because of his lawyers advising him. He said on or about the 26th of April 2024, he got a letter from the Director of Information and Complaints. In that letter, he was told that the Integrity Commission had examined his 2021 declaration as well as the other information provided and said the matter would be escalated. He said he was surprised by the letter because he had responded to all the inquiries and he hadn't been asked to clarify anything following his answers. He said after that, he got a letter.
What do you mean clarify anything? If you give them information and say this is the information and this is the accurate information, and then they investigate and find discrepancies, which investigator comes to you and says, well, you know, we discovered that you lied to us, you know. Yeah, could you explain this? We discovered you lied to us. What is going on here? Or they would just dig and look to see, based off what you tell them, if it makes sense. Isn't that what investigators do? You tell us that these are the figures. This is what we earned. This is this. This is this. So now they have to look at everything to make sure that everything is balanced. So when they look at it and it's not balanced, then what am I supposed to do? Oh, you know, Mr. Holness, we're actually investigating you to see if you're a thief. How is that going to go down? All them have to do is just investigate, and if your thing go through. If it add up, it add up. If it don't, well, you're not certified. It's that simple. And that's exactly how it went down. You're not certified. You can't be certified because what you are telling them does not add up. And it's that simple, you know?
From the Director of Investigation, who said his declaration had been referred to him by the Director of Information and Complaints on behalf of the Integrity Commission. He said on getting that letter, he became even more concerned, so he hired lawyers, Gibson Henlin, to represent him. He said an inquiry was made as to the basis of the referral for investigation, and he was told by the Director of Investigation that new matters had arisen. He said to date, he had not been advised what those new matters are, and he said he had asked his attorneys, and he had also observed that he was being asked, for the most part, the same questions he was asked before the first investigation. He said he was advised by his attorneys.
So obviously, using our deductive reasoning, ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Honest told them something and they found something contrary to what they told him. So much so that the Integrity Commission started to go all the way back They started to go all the way back, ladies and gentlemen. I know, you know, Mystic Sensation does an excellent job to explain why that is. Because the Integrity Commission is fresh and, you know, they didn't have enough staff. They had backlog. You know what I mean? It's a lot of work, you know? So it was a challenge. It was a challenge, and then educating people about the process and all of that. So, you know, Andrew Honest really doesn't want to support the IC. If he really did, he would not sue them for one. Secondly, he would literally just explain how you got your money, how you made your wealth. You wouldn't be worried about people knowing about Estate Bridge and people knowing that Norman Brown, your friend, your business partner. Why would you worry about people knowing about that? Because you know it's unethical. You know it's skullduggery. Is that an accident? At least me know your bomb. Me hear tires a while ago. Anyway, you know it's unethical. Just like how it's unethical for his wife to be the Speaker of the House. And when people talk about it, he's going to say, oh, that's really low. No, what's low is you and your wife trying to turn Jamaica into one party shop where Uno are run. Friends and family discount. That's what is unethical.
And he believes that if the Director of Information and Complaints believes that the statutory declaration is to be sent for investigation, it must be provided for further and necessary action, and that is supposed to include a consideration and a decision. He believes he's entitled to be heard on the matters of concern or that would trigger an investigation. He says his concern in this case is that this matter was referred to investigation without reference to the Commission for further and necessary action, including consideration and a decision. And because
so basically, he wants to challenge the Integrity Commission assessment of the evidence that he gave them. The man assessed it and said, listen, we need further investigation because something just ain't right. You can't fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool all the people all the time. That's all happening. You know? The Integrity Commission said, listen, something is going on here, bro. And I don't have the tools to investigate further. So here we go on. FID, TAJ, tag, you're it. So the report was tabled, which is something that is a part of the law. So whatever they found based on their investigation, including the companies that you're so stressed out about and all those millions of dollars that moved around in the different bank accounts, that you never want nobody to know, right? That shows a potential of some serious irregularities and potential illegal activity. Potential, not confirmed. You understand? Concerns about possibly tax evasion and money laundering. These are some of the concerns.
Because of that, he wrote to the chairman of the commission to express his concern, to ask what the new matters were. He said the chairman responded but didn't give a direct response to the objections and concerns raised. He only indicated that the Director of Information and Complaints had fully complied with the law. He said there was no statement on whether the Integrity Commission had complied with the Integrity Commission Act, which was one of the primary concerns that he had raised. He said he specifically asked his lawyers to direct that inquiry to the Integrity Commission. He said his attorneys responded saying the Commission had not responded to those substantive concerns. He said to date, they have not received a response from the Integrity Commission on these issues, even though they requested a proper and considered response. He says he later got a letter from the Director of Investigation suggesting dates for a meeting to conduct an interview. Between the 4th of August 2023 and the 16th of August 2023, his lawyers and the Director of Investigation were trying to fix a date for the meeting. He said on the 17th of August 2023, he was asked by a journalist about his ministers and investigation for illicit enrichment. He responded in the negative. This is where the Prime Minister had told journalists that he had asked far and wide and didn't know which parliamentarians were being investigated for illicit enrichment. He said his lawyers were sent an email on...
So, at this point, he never realized that he wants us to believe that at that point, he never realized that him under investigation with illicit enrichment. Oh my God. Man, listen.
On the evening of the 18th of August 2023 with a letter from the Director of Investigation enclosing a notice of interview, the judge's rules, and a document entitled Areas for Interview, as well as an appendix with his bank statements and his investment statements. He says the email was copied to him, but he hadn't seen it on the 18th of August because he was overseas on business. He said he was told about it days later and hard copies delivered to his lawyers on the 21st of August 2023, and it was agreed that they would deal with them. Based on the notice and the document,
hey, this is what that's killing them.
He said he understood that they were now treating the investigation as one for illicit enrichment, that they would ask questions about his bank accounts, his investment accounts, which required explanation, about business associations and investments, and about funding of liabilities associated with business activities. He said that apart from the statement in the notice about illicit enrichment at the top of the notice, he was not given a figure that required explanation, and he was not asked about his income and liabilities as set out in the declaration. He said he should have been told the sum that is considered disproportionate. So he said his lawyers spoke to the Director of Investigation. Their concerns were the scope of the investigation. In other words, how wide it was. They felt it was too wide, clearly. He said another concern was an obvious error in the conflation of corporate and personal assets. He said there was no clear statement of the basis for concluding that his assets were disproportionate to his lawful income. He said there was no statement identifying the assets owned by him by classification and or value, or a statement or evidence setting out the assets or the amount by which his assets disproportionately exceeded his lawful earnings. And another concern was a failure to afford him with the precise terms, nature, and basis of the allegations against him to enable him to respond accurately to the allegations and the statement he was being treated as a suspect. Now, the Prime Minister goes on after that to speak about the companies and ADMAT, which is a company that had been incorporated in St. Lucia that he had wound up, and he had transferred its assets to Imperium, which is a company you're now hearing a lot about. So we're going to talk about that when I pick up in the next video.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Christopher Tufton, Marlon Malawo Fort, Dana Morris Dixon, and the JLP. This is the reason why there's going to be an attempt to attack mainstream media. And if Jamaica becomes a Chinese colony, you can't forget about it, you know. There will be no media. There will be a controlled media. There will be no free media. There will be no free press. Yes? If Jamaica becomes a Chinese colony, there will be no free press, my people. No free press. I understand, but thank you guys for rocking out with your boy. We have been on here for 2.5 hours. I really appreciate you guys, and I want to thank you guys for your time. I also want to ask you to remember to smash the like button, you know, heading out the door. Don't forget to hit the like button. Oh, by the way, wait a minute. Wait. You know, I have to touch upon my favorite girl before I go. My favorite girl. Where are you? There you are. Oh, wait a minute. Who is this? Oh my God. Sheesh. Why the woman them look good when them baby? Oh God Almighty. No sir. Alright, anyway. London 45. Alright. Let me go on the page. Let me see the latest video. Oh God, the youth. I tell you boy, man. Tell you boy.
Oh, boy, where you go? Where you go?
Yo, me even understand what going on this already.
Oh my God.
Me even understand what going on in that video. Why 1 minute it look like police did there in the vehicle or looking at the vehicle. One the on this side and one next one the on one part over there so. And then this one walk around, go around this so with the other one. Me not understand, brother. Yo, the people them when them say a shoot off by police, they come like the man them have a Superman. The man they have to be, they must have a man of steel complex where you see several police around you and you attack them to the point that them have to analyze you. Yo, Jaja. Love me some niche.
I do it, and I like my mistakes.
Hey, I one thing about a ramp with London 45, you know. Hot. Police brutality, innocent, you get unalived after 5 out of bed. No.
Police brutality, innocent youth get murdered after 5 out of bed.
Youth in bed asleep. 5 after 5 when you come to the youth out in bed. Brutally murder the youth and then no say deal with the people for the people. Well if you not for the people, why would you kill people innocently murder people youth? Innocently people youth get murder. People youth police are come for them in the early morning and wake them up out of them bed and murder them. Say, if you say person of interest, when you come take up the youth, why they never bring the youth? Go a station, go check out the youth then if you say person of interest. Them say person of interest, them kill the youth, brutally murder the youth. After them wake him up out of them bed, kill him, brutally murder the youth. After them wake him up out of them bed after 5. Thursday last week. And be a shot in the back and be a shot in the head back. I will not say justice. We need justice because that is no way the policeman shoot a youth in the back and in the head back. And the murder youth brutally and then take up the youth and throw him in the jeep and go with him for nobody knows.
More ask one question. Any real investigation happening in Jamaica? I'm being so serious. It should be a crime for police shoot somebody in the back and unalive them. As well as it is a crime if you're a regular citizen do it. Or somebody that have a licensed firearm. It should be a crime if you shoot a man in his back. Once him back turn, you're not supposed to shoot a man in his back and unalive him as a law-abiding police officer or even a man where we have licensed firearm. It should not happen. So when they do the forensics and the investigation and then they go on the scene, as a matter of fact, all them scene, all them murder scene they go. Because as soon as the man they analyze the youth, the man they take up the body. That's not supposed to happen. Where is the CSI? People them for come map the area and comb for prints and look for spent shell and where them people are there? in a Jamaica. But them a build more prison. Them a lock up the youth them unlawfully, and them a unalive the youth them unlawfully as well. Eh? It is a dark time in a Jamaica. Be a darkness over Jamaica. Be a darkness over this land with this government in a power. Be a darkness, blood that spill like whoa. Normal day in a Jamaica, eh? Boy, I'm not tell you.
They say a beer shot in a back on the head back shot. We need justice for it. Because them things are not right and it can't happen. It can't go on so. And them things that the people them really vote for. And them things that the people them vote for when you say to the police them say, shoot and ask question later. Or send them back to Jamaica. When they're too evil. When they're too evil. And they kill you brutally. And don't find you to that not even a spoon. And they kill you brutally and too evil. And we need justice for it.
Honestly, the person who find this video here to like it. I haven't seen this video in ages. This video is about freaking 4 years old. This is the first time when I come to
my surgery went bad. Like,
and the old TikTok.
You keep blaming yourself for what you could.
Mr. Oldness, sir, it's raining. See there, sir. But it's not really that I want to tell you, Mr. Oldness. Mr. Oldness, you see a health minister, sir? Christopher Tough Time with the lady sit down on him lap, sir. And the song playing, give me the Benz Punani. I'ma go and drive it out. Mr. Oldness, is $80 million your health minister by Pum Pum for? Jesus Christ, I know I can't believe.
Yo, true. Yo, me can't go to bed. I have to listen to I have to listen to London 45 before me go to bed. No, we have to take back things with Joe. Remember find back that picture there. Why go and hurry? Big up yourself in a Joe. Tick Joe, big up. Oh my God, 808. Hey, respect. Oh my days, no, this is too funny.
That I never know so them still have Benz Punani.
Oh my
I did swear them have Land Rover Punani now. BMW Punani. What the hell? Oh my God. No man. No. This is not right. Sir, I'm wondering how many mileage is on the Punani there. 80 million? Mother sake. No man. Mr. Oldness, sir.
Yo. Oh no, Mama say, I wonder how much mileage.
Big shootout in Portmore midday today, sir. 4 got killed in police shootout, sir, at Municipal Boulevard in Portmore. Jesus Christ, where did I get? Mr. Oldness, I thought you said crime gone down. You see, you can turn it up and turn it down, sir. What you do, turn it down? Mother sick.
Any government minister who becomes a millionaire after being to a government office is a thief.
that's very true.
There's no millionaire who becomes a millionaire through government salaries. I make that statement loud and clear. So this whole concept of democracy is a facade, the entertainment for the poor, to think that by voting a president into power, they've actually put a man in control. We need people like Trory, who wakes up in the morning and says, I need 3,000 trucks of road equipment on the road by tomorrow. And 3 kilometers from Ghana into Burkina Faso, they're there by tomorrow. I need a hospital there. I need an aeroplane manufacturing industry there. And you need to give a president power. The one who can decide, not the one who can steal, the one who can decide. Any government minister who becomes a millionaire after being to a government office is a thief.
That's very true.
There's no millionaire who becomes a millionaire through government salaries. I make that statement loud and clear. So this whole concept of democracy is a facade, the entertainment for the poor, to think that by voting a president into power, they've actually put a man in control.
Me not laugh off a way person saying I laugh off a London 45. Because you know, she had the way you call now, what you call this, a green screen, and she pop up right in front of Andrew Honest eye as a little mini me. How the you know what he said? No.
People like Trory wakes up in the morning and say, I need 3,000 trucks of road equipment on the road by tomorrow. And 3 kilometers from Ghana into Burkina Faso, they're there by tomorrow. I need the hospital there. I need an aeroplane manufacturing industry there. And you need to give a president power. The one who can decide, not the one who can steal, the one who can decide. Any government minister who becomes a millionaire after being to a government office is a
Hooyah, Navy! Hooyah, Navy! Hooyah, Navy! Hooyah, Navy! Hooyah, Navy!
What kind of illness does she have?
Down syndrome.
She has Down syndrome. Okay. What kind of illness does she have?
Down syndrome.
Who said Down syndrome? The lab rat them, when I lab rat them say so? No, can't bother. Yo, you can't take it no more. No, Lord have mercy. What is going on? Down syndrome?
Damn, it look like there's some scammers in here, bro. What you think?
I think you might be right.
I bet they gonna waste our time. And fuck all that.
Oh my God.
Oh, scarecrow girl. Me? Why are you saying that?
Somebody said she look like a scarecrow? How would that? Yo, the people are eating that,
You know why I'm not gonna go back and forth with you all about this snap?
Sure.
If you want me,
them still talk about right mango. Them people are really dumb on TikTok, yeah, man.
The Prime Minister of Jamaica confessing to his deeds.
A choice irrationally. They wake up on the wrong side one morning, kiss them teeth, and make a wrong vote, and then them suffer for the rest of the time.
Jamaica, that happened to you now, here. That's what happened to you now. 2016, you come up on the wrong side, I beg and make a wrong vote. I will not suffer. 2020, when you make a wrong vote, I will not suffer. 2025, September 3rd, when you get up and make a wrong vote, and trust me, the sufferation start already. 1 month in of this blouse and skirt, you can't tell me so that I feel, you know? Only thing so you feel out there to wait till Christmas. My God. Wait till Christmas, man.
Some people will make a choice based on a promise. A man come and tell them, say, I have a horse for you, and that horse can fly.
So hold on. This is exactly what Andrew wants to do people, you know. This is exactly what Andrew wants to do people, you know. Tell the people them fancy promises, 100-day promise. Oh, we're gonna do this. Oh, we're gonna make this place into this city. Oh, we're gonna turn it to this type of innovation hub. Oh, we're gonna build 70,000 houses, not a 70,000. This is what he does. Matter about himself.
Yeah, go on. And you believe. You don't look at the track record to see if there was any horses that have flown before.
So Andrew Wallace now have no track record of building 70,000 houses. I don't believe him when he say I'm gonna build 70,000 houses. As a matter of fact, the JLP don't have a track record of building 70,000 houses over no period of time. In a power. All when them they have 60 seats in a 1983 to 89. Yeah. All when they have around that time, all when they have 60 seats, they never, let me say them though, they never build 70,000 house under NHT for people can buy affordable house. It never happened. So they have no track record of good things and developing the country. The only thing they can talk about a heart, that is it. Nothing else.
Yeah, boy. And then there are some people who just don't know. And anything you tell them, them do.
So you see, Andrew will take on feed that labor rights. I only him attack, you know. When you just don't know anything him tell you say you do. They recognize people like you know. And they take on the idiot that you is. Have some self-respect, man. Elevate yourself, man.
The Prime Minister of Jamaica.
Stop making man and take on the idiot.
My time soon come if I.
Show me watch this already. Hey, big up London 45. Big up people them. And my time that. You understand? Look more. Blessings everybody. Have a wonderful Saturday here. That is it.